Poland welcomes Ukrainian students into national school system. The Polish Education Ministry has responded quickly to the influx of Ukrainian refugees and set up preparatory departments across the school system. More than 130,000 Ukrainian children and teenagers have already enrolled. This rapid response will make integration less stressful for the children. The government's Education Development Center has had 900 people register to learn the basics of the Polish language through a 6-week free online course providing tuition for 60 hours. The increasing number of enrollees shows the Ukrainian people want to learn the language quickly to be able to work. Teachers and educational professionals from Ukraine wanting employment but who don't speak Polish are being hired to work alongside Polish teachers as assistants. Our deep appreciation, Poland, for your outstanding work in assisting the refugees in this urgent time of need. May all merciful God quickly bring peace to Ukraine.
National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, observes farthest away star ever seen. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope recently viewed the most far-off star ever recorded, named Earendel, which means morning star in Old English. Its light had traveled for 12.9 billion years before reaching Earth, and existed only 1 billion years after the Big Bang. Ordinarily, a star that distant from Earth cannot be seen, but its light has been magnified by a ripple in the fabric of space caused by a nearby galaxy cluster. Earendel is estimated to be millions of times as bright as our Sun, and at least 50 times its mass. Further measurements will be made with the James Webb Space Telescope to know its brightness and temperature. Thank you, NASA, for discovering a star from our ancient times of our universe. In the elevating grace of the providence, may we always remember our divine origins as we contemplate the enormity of the cosmos in which we reside.
Mexican indigenous communities turn barren deserts into forests. In Oaxaca state of southern Mexico, deforestation and grazing of vegetation by goat persons had severely depleted the soil in many areas, thus leading to barren lands lacking many natural resources, including adequate water. Many people had emigrated from the area to find jobs and a better quality of life elsewhere. However, around 1991, local indigenous communities decided to restore the water supply and soil fertility. With proper planning, careful implementation and communal support, they have rehabilitated more than 20,000 hectares of land in Cuixtlahuaca, Oaxaca. Around 800 hectares have also been revived in neighboring Suchislahuaca in the past 2 decades. Today, the locals are benefiting from returning animal people such as bat, coyote, snake, squirrel, weasel, and woodpecker persons, while water resources in the areas are also increasing. We are so proud, native communities of Oaxaca state. May your efforts to restore nature to its previous glory continue to bear fruit. In celestial oneness.
Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates to ban single-use plastic bags. From June 2022, the Emirates of Abu Dhabi will no longer allow the usage of single-use plastic bags and single-use styrofoam cups. Food containers and plates will be prohibited by 2024. In addition, the government will take other steps to lessen the consumption of 16 more eco-unfriendly single-use plastic items, such as cups, cutlery, and stirrers. An incentive program will also be introduced to encourage citizens to return single-use plastic water bottles. Neighboring Emirate Dubai will phase out single-use plastic bags over 2 years. Plastic items are widely known to have incredible harmful impacts on global biodiversity and the environment. Abu Dhabi is a Shining World Leadership Awards for Protection and Environment Protection Laureate. Great news, Abu Dhabi! May Allah bless your wise steps to be more loving toward Earth and all its inhabitants.
Policeman saves child and women from home on fire in India. Rajasthan Police Constable Netra Sharma braved the flames of a burning home in the city of Crawley to rescue a toddler and 3 women. The constable noticed a child crying in a house that had been set alight by rioters. Mr. Sharma immediately dashed into the residence and retrieved the child, who was wrapped in a cloth, along with 3 terrified women trapped inside the property. The constable stated, 4 lives were about to perish before my eyes. Even if I lost my life, it was my duty to save them at any cost. There was no time to think about what would happen to my own life. Our highest commendation, Constable Netre Sharma, for being an embodiment of a true hero in service to people. May you and your noble co-citizens of India enjoy peaceful and prosperous times ahead, in the footsteps of the great sages that have graced your holy land in heaven's goodwill.
Tofurky wins commercial-free speech lawsuit in Louisiana, United States. Vegan meat brand Tofurky recently halted the enforcement of a Louisiana state law that would have fined it and other companies selling plant-based items $500 per day for using the words burger and sausage on product labels. In its lawsuit, Tofurky pointed out that the law infringed on its First Amendment rights by censoring truthful commercial speech. It also demonstrated that people are not confused by labels such as meatless sausage, and that removing words like sausage would actually create confusion. Way to go, Tofurky, on your victory in court and upholding commercial-free speech for plant-based businesses like yours. In the wisdom of the divine, may the institutions and governments of the world always act in the interest of the people as we move into a vegan world with respect for all beings.
Orangutan people's language development affected by social interaction. A study led by Dr. Adriano Lameira from the Department of Psychology at the University of Warwick in the United Kingdom recorded the calls of 76 individual orangutan persons in 6 communities in low rainforests and swamps of Borneo and Sumatra Island in Southeast Asia. The researchers found that in groups having a high concentration of individuals, the primates vocalized an assortment of original calls, with new sounds being continually changed or dropped. However, the orangutan folk in smaller, thinly dispersed population were inclined to use more established, regular calls. Dr. Lameira believes that humans went through similar processes in developing language, which the study of orangutan persons can reveal. Many thanks for the interesting study, Dr. Adriano Lameira and fellow researchers. May our beautiful orangutan co-citizens forever flourish in safety in God's eternal glory.